I'm feeling that vibe of sharing it, right? Like, how do you share your gift? How are you going to do that? For me, how am I going to do that every single day? Concretely. What am I going to do? Really? You know? Activating it. That's mine. So we are moving into our time of giving and receiving. So I'm going to invite Errol to come up here.
In the early 90s, I was living in Sacramento and working in Sacramento. And it was also the time of the AIDS pandemic. My friends were dying left and right and all around me. And I was also diagnosed with HIV. And I went into a tailspin. Fortunately, I was reading the Charles Fillmore's Keep It True Lent. And the very same day that I was diagnosed, I remember I was crying and panicking, and I read the affirmation for that day, and it was, "In faith I affirm, through Christ Jesus, God's vitalizing energy floods my entire being, and I am healed." And I am healed. And I've been saying that affirmation every day since then. I also was in the height, in the depths of alcoholism and drug addiction. And I knew that if I didn't do something, I would die. Not of AIDS, but of alcoholism. And I wasn't ready. So I went to Unity. I went into rehab, and when I came out of rehab, I started whatever I could do, I did at Unity. I left Unity Sacramento, I came to San Francisco in 1995, and I have my membership card, which is so tiny. It's 30th of June, 1996, Reverend Maureen Bass. And I decided that I needed to show up more. I needed to be more visible in whatever way I could, because the teachings of Unity saved my life. I wouldn't be standing here if it wasn't for Unity and the lessons and the tools that they gave me to be who I was intended to be. God expressing in this body, in this form, in this time, in this space. And I had to be that. And I am so grateful for Unity, for the teachings, for the principles, for the core values which make me who I am. And I am so grateful that I can give you this message of hope. For out of the darkness you can rise, and out of the ashes the phoenix does rise. And it is possible if you only believe and do what is yours to do. You know what is yours to do. It is not the same as mine, but you know. Do it. That is why I serve this community with such love for all it gives me, for each and every one of you whose love I feel. Thank you. Thank you for seeing me as God intended me to be. And our affirmation, divine love as me, blesses and multiplies all that I joyously give and receive. Please know that with me. Divine love as me, blesses and multiplies